He did that on Friday on HQ. We talked about that. He's at plus 75, 275. McClung is the favorite at plus 110. Sims is at plus 275. And then Murphy's the long shot at plus 340. All right, let's bring in the Wizard of Odds, Kenny Whiting, gets his thoughts on the slam dunk contest and other ways that we can cash in on the NBA All-Star Game. Kenny, are you going with the favorite for the dunk contest, or are you leaning in another direction?
Going in another direction, Jeremy. Amazing Mac McClung is a big favorite now, it seems, in this contest. Coming from the G League, now on a 10-day roster, and he slips right in here. He's an explosive player that can put up some nice dunks. But I like one of the underdogs here. I think he's underdog now. Kenyon Martin Jr., another very explosive dunker. 10th in the league. He's top 10 in the league in dunks this year in NBA games. And his father was a pretty good dunker in the NBA dunk contest, Kenyon Martin. So I think you're going to see some of his father's stuff that was on display before, but some of his own stuff. And he's just such an explosive player. I can't pass him up at 275, but this is not a slam dunk win, even though there's only 4 guys. It's going to be close, Jeremy.
I love that both you and Coach Avery Johnson love the McClung story, but you're going with Kenyon Martin when it comes to who you want to win the slam dunk contest. The three-point contest, a little more wide open. We have 8 participants in that one. Buddy Hield was the favorite, but now he's the second favorite at plus 4,220. Dame Lillard is tops at plus 325. Who do you like here?
I'm kind of surprised at that a little bit because Dame Lillard he's on a roll right now, and he's just lighting up the scoreboard. Maybe that's why people are jumping on him right now. But in this contest, it's a little different contest than playing in an NBA game. And Buddy Hield has experience. So I'm taking Hield. He's a previous winner. He won in Chicago in 2020. He's a career 43% three-point shooter. He's one of the best in the NBA. I like his form. I know he knows the contest, and I think he could win it again, and I like the odds more than anything at plus 425.
So, Kenny, these are two particular, betting markets that we've seen kind of change in the last 24 hours. We had one favorite who's now not a favorite. Why does that happen? And what does it tell you as a bettor?
Jeremy, there's market makers in every single market in the sports betting world. There's market makers in the stock market. So someone somewhere who plays decent amount of money and can bet a couple $1,000s on this at 2 or 3 spots, bet on those favorites, betting on Matt McClung, and then you get followers. People see the line move and can move. There's a couple of sports books I can make a bet at right now, Jeremy. They'll move the line, that book will, and it'll be on all over the internet sites that have odd screens. And when people see it move, they will then go bet their book. And then it'll start to move everywhere. And he only made one bet. So that's kind of a market maker, and that's what's happened here. A market maker has decided on Matt McClung and has decided in the three-point contest, Damian Lillard.
And certainly a little more wide open because of the fact that it is an all-star weekend. It's not necessarily a set game. We don't see that happen very often when it comes to set games. But for something like this, certainly not out of the ordinary. Lastly, Kenny, the Skills Challenge event has 3 teams facing off: the Antetokounmpos, Team Jazz, and the Rooks. The Antetokounmpos, their number has moved because of the injury to Giannis. The home team Jazz are the favorites now at minus 120. Who do you like there?
Yeah, and again, Jeremy, there's not a lot of liquidity in these markets, so it doesn't take a lot to move these type of numbers. Well, the Antetokounmpos are not really known for their shooting, and shooting is worth 200 points in this contest. So I eliminated them from the get-go. They're a very athletic group and can do so many things, but shooting is not one of their strengths. And on the other side, I'm not sure if there's a home advantage or not. I don't think there is. So I think the Utah team's getting a little love for playing at home. And one of their guys, Walker Kessler, not a great shooter, not a great three-point shooter. So I narrowed it down to the team rookies, and it's Paolo Banchero, Jaden Ivey, and Jabari Smith are all guys that can shoot the three, and they're all very, very athletic. And you're going to give me a nice price like this at plus 165. I think this is one of the better bets of these 3 contests today.
Yeah, when I was looking at those numbers yesterday, I was like, "Ooh, Team Rooks. That's a good group of guys there who know how to play some basketball." So that is where I was leaning as well. Kenny, great stuff as always. The Wizard of Odds giving us some All-Star game picks for Saturday as the NBA Showcase weekend gets underway in earnest. Let's recap Kenny's picks for you in terms of the slam dunk. He likes Kenyon Martin at the plus 275. Buddy Hield, a former winner of the three-point competition. Kenny likes him as well at plus 420. And in terms of the skills, Team Rooks, good value there at plus 165.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.